Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Now, I've just jumped on straight away, and it is loading up differently to the first time I loaded up. This is the second part, so if you've not seen the first one, I would really recommend that you go check that out. That one got so much love, and I really appreciate that. Ahem. Yeah, let's start. So we've got, hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? What? What are we going to say? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. You know what? I actually have. I set it up the first time. I don't know why. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. You're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favourite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. How bizarre. I mean, I would be really curious to know why you have to set the time, because it doesn't appear in the game at any point. But yeah. Let's jump back in. So we went through 2 playthroughs last time, so we got to find
This
2
is the
others.
story of a...
We know the story of Stanley. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. We're here, and we're still trying to find where everyone went. So there's a couple different ways we could go. I think we'll explore another 2 routes today and see where we end up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I still am sure you can get in one of these doors. I
Stanley
just
went around touching
don't
every
know
little
which.
thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
I'm just sure I've seen a clip of someone originally going through those back bits, and I just don't understand how you get there. It's got to be through this door. I just don't. Am I missing something? Is there a key somewhere? Oh look, this screen's on. Oh. Screen's not on anymore. Okay, well that's just great, isn't it? Screen? No? Okay. This screen was on last time when we came in. Look, there's doors here as well. How do I get here? Interesting. Well, I guess we're gonna keep... So, that says 20 past 11, and it is 10:30 at the time I'm recording this. Or maybe that says 10 to 4. I don't know, I'm not very good with clocks. Can I get in here? No? Okay. Look, there's ladders in there. Can I climb up the ladders into the roof? Again, another bit with a back bit.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
See, we went for the right last time, so let's go for the left again and head this way again. Sure. One of these doors will open. I will make sure of it. Okay, we're in the meeting room again.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
But we're not going to the boss's office. We're gonna do a detour. See, this opened last time.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Really? Okay, so last time we went up.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go down. No? Oh, it's the red room. Okay, there's a car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
none of these are the right
thought to
time.
himself, maybe I am crazy.
Ooh,
All of
sorry.
my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Why is there paint everywhere?
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever
Yeah, I
he
was
went?
wondering that, can't lie.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange.
We have
This
gone
can't be
round in a
real.
circle.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
Oh, this is a big
Stanley
loop.
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually
What?
gone.
Are you
He
joking?
wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
Oh my
he
God.
imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, I am floating.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and
He
it
did?
too appeared. It was so much fun,
Oh.
and Stanley
Whoa.
marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
It
One
did?
he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yeah, I'd love to know.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Oh my
Believing
God,
that
this
if
is going
he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
so
responsibility
repetitive.
for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now,
Oh my
hearing
God,
the
this
voice
is
speak these
crazy.
words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
He
That
would?
this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
Oh,
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the
ooh.
press of the mattress on his back,
Did he?
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life.
See, I'm
exactly
moving the
way it's
stick
always
and
been.
there's a sound.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh my God. Is this one of the endings, do we think? Oh. We're still here. Okay, let's go again.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Oh,
someone
no.
wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Oh my
tell
God,
me
it's
I'm
going
real.
red.
I must be
What
real.
the hell?
I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, it did. And then what?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what? Is this his wife?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Whoa.
of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and
Oh,
then
no.
collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
This is
I am
crazy,
sane.
this game.
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no
I'm
time
so
for
confused.
this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Poor Stanley. He just wants to know what's going on in his life. He's so confused, poor guy. But that was one of the end. The end is never the end. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, we gathered that. But it's not the end. So we found another one. So that is three thingy-mabobbies. Why does this just not type? I just want. Okay. Okay, that's our third
All of
one.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I
Stanley
really need to
decided
Google
go
how
to the
many there
meeting
are.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, I can't jump.
When Stanley
Which
came
way do
to
we
a
go?
set of 2 open doors, he entered
Ooh,
the
new
door on his
milestone.
left.
Okay, let's go left again and see what difference we can do this way. Obviously, we went we went down, so we need to
Yet
go
there
up
was not
again.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, that one's shut. Okay, so we're at the boss's office again. What is it? Is this a... Oh yeah, this is a bathroom. Yeah, I remember the bathroom. Yes. Okay. Nope. Doesn't work? Okay. There's doors there, and then there's that door that was through here then. Oh, a lift. Can we go down it? Oh, I can. Oh. Should we go up or should we go down? Let's go up. Da 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 da. My God, how far up are we going? Oh my God, it's shaking. Da 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 and yeah 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 yeah. Okay, cool. I guess we're going down. Bing bong. Da 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 da. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah yeah, yeah 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah yeah yeah. Lift dance, yeah 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 yeah. Again, are we still not going anywhere? Is it just gonna keep shaking aggressively? Da 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 da. Are you joking? We're still here. Guess I don't know. Guess that's the end of that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret
there's a
was
bag.
being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Two.
But of course, Stanley couldn't
Wait.
possibly have known
2845. 2845. 2845. Should we just stand here and see if anything else happens? 2845. Remember that, people. Can't even play the piano. Okay.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Gonna perch on here? Yep. Okay. Oh, lovely couch. Da 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 da.
2845.
Da da da.
For God... But it turns out that the
Oh.
panel's emergency override kicked in.
Oh,
and the door
no.
just opened all by itself.
Great.
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay, guess we're in this way again. Ah, there was a different way we could go. Okay, so we need to go down, obs. But there was a thing that was like, if you go this way, you'll die. So I think we should go that way and see if we die.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
So we can go back up. Interesting. Maybe that is a thing to do later on. Another
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're escaping.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Well, let's see about that.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
What does that say? Oh, it doesn't say anything, it's just day.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
That's fine, we need to know. Ooh. Oh. Windy? Was that... Did we die? Oh, we're still falling. Oh. Oh.
As
in a
the machine
minecart?
whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
we are
he
gonna die.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley
can't jump.
see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley. Stanley's going to get squished.
Farewell, Stanley,
Wait,
cried
what?
the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, wait, what? Oh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
The Stanley Parable.
When every path you can walk
Wait,
has
what?
been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Stanley's
Do you see
computer.
that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Though the core layout remains almost identical to the first. So yeah, you walk out of here, head towards the meeting room, corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. And there's your two doors. The two doors, the set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension and exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Oh. It's like a museum. Filing cabinets. Yeah, can see that. Oh, there's pictures over here. Didn't even see them. What is this? Is this the ending of all endings? Nature paintings. Yeah. We've got some doors here. The office. Oh, can't open them. 2, 3. Button sounds. The selection of sounds used throughout the game. When buttons are pressed, each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Oh. These were in the last video that we did. but I couldn't find all of them. I could only find 3 of them. Oh, we've got a left door and a right door. Okay, we've got another computer. Oh, it's turned off. Office computers. Employee database. Okay. We've got some credits here. Interesting. I don't know why I've gone to the right. Is that a bad idea? Office clock. Boss's office. Scenes throughout the development of his office. Interesting. What's around here? Up some stairs. Oh my god, there's so much in here. The lounge, underground, and any version of the underground portion of the game.
Stanley pushed
Oh.
the orange lever. Stanley pushed the number 6.
Oh, this is weird, isn't it?
When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source
Ooh.
at the top of the facility to end this injustice.
Interesting. There's so much in this little bit. I don't even know what to call this bit. But up here, what have we got? Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. We've done the freedom ending. Is that not the first one we did? Countdown deaths, one of the deaths from an early version of the countdown ending. Not got that. I feel like this might be spoiling everything. Another freedom ending. We've got the monitor room lift. Could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the 2 endings together instead. Countdown room. That looks like how we leave. Game design mock-up. Interesting. Some more pickies. Oh. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office, first created in 2011, second 2012, and the third 2013. Interesting. What have we got over here? Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of those emails. Okay. Cool. There's a lot that goes into this game. Some more pictures there. Oh, Warzone. We designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become a sentient and would wage war against the narrator. Realised shortly after starting to build that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh, wow. How random. And then is this back? Oh, that's where we came from. Okay. Got a printer. More pictures, maintenance room. And some plants. Lovely. Well, you learn something new every day, apparently. Have we been through here? Oh, we've not been over here. Pencil sharpener, phone. The apartment timer. Timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. So a lot of these are not in the game anymore. The cargo lift. 2 versions of the cargo lift. Oh my god, there's so many. I'm gonna get lost. Look. There's all your options. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Meeting room bits. Zending. I feel like this is spoiling it all. I can't lie. Zending. And then a model. Oh yeah, does that? The game is now paused. Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, I guess we've got nothing left to do but follow the exit. And go again.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How
Wait,
they
what?
wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Off.
Can you see? Can
No,
you
it's
see how much
still
they
going.
need one another? No, perhaps not.
No, because it's pitch black.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh,
You
we're
can
back
still
here again.
save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation.
Wait,
There's
what?
no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
What?
Whatever you
I can begin it again, but...
choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I mean, we had to find the ending anyway. So have we got to do all that again and then leave the game, like quit the game? I'm going to assume you can do that one again and then just begin the game again. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this set of endings we've uncovered. We've uncovered another 2, so that is 4 in the grand total. I don't know how many there are. So we could be here for a long time, or not at all, but I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you've not done so already. I would really appreciate that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!